What's going on, guys? ID10TCAT here, just playing through some Dark Souls 2 Skull of the First Sin for PS4. This is the next episode where we just beat the Flexile Sentry, and now we're on to the Lost Bastille, the other part that I couldn't do originally in my previous videos. First things first is that I must roll into all these barrels. And now I cruise out in true pirate style, where I just stole their ships and say goodbye to No Man's Wharf forever in this epic skyline shot of the Lost Bastille. Now, I mentioned before how I didn't like No Man's Wharf because of how dark and gritty it was, but I loved the Lost Bastille of how dark and gritty it was. I mainly just love the Lost Bastille because it's not as dark as No Man's Wharf. Because No Man's Wharf, you can't see 5 feet in front of you without getting pissed off. Whereas in Lost Bastille, you can see far away. You have a nice vision. You don't need a torch to just go, just to see in front of you anywhere. Look at that. Just see the moon, and it's just coming in. And one thing that's changed into this version is that they actually added enemies in this area, which is pretty nice. I mean, looks like my Uchi Katana is turning into a piece of crap. But that's fine. I think I'm coming into a bonfire soon anyways. And now onto my long journey up this elevator. And it looked like there was a bit of loot down there, so I'm going to try and reach that whenever this elevator decides to come to an end, which is now. Thank God. Now basically what I'm going to be doing is jumping on top of it, avoiding that hole there, because I don't want to fall back into it and go back up and come back down again. I'm not sure what kind of loot's in here. I'm not too sure if it's valuable or not. I'm not too sure. Guess we'll find out, right? What is it? Whoop-de-doo, a scimitar. Well, repair powder. I've never actually used it. I probably could use it now for my Uchi Katana, but I don't believe there's any more enemies between here and the bonfire. Could be wrong, but I don't believe so. So, it's fairly useless in my books. I mean, just go and take a squat at a bonfire and have your sword magically repair itself. Which is what most people should be doing. I mean, repair powder is nice for emergencies, like right before a boss and you just want to go and tackle them. Now, the bonfire is right behind one of these doors, so just gotta remember which one it was. No, it's not this one, but there's something cool in here. A common fruit. I wonder what that does. Probably just restores HP or something. And here's a bonfire. And a random barrel. But anyways, time to restore all my flasks. So I don't have to use life gems on everything again. One important thing to note is that there's an Estus flash shard right down that crack there that I just passed on the wall, like in between that wall and this wall I'm standing on. So I'm just gonna kill this guy, annihilate him. He's absolutely no threat whatsoever. And there's this little hidden path here that not too many people know about, but probably should. Kill these guys. And there's always like 5 dogs here. They're always a pain in the neck. I can never get away from those stupid dogs. It's ADHD, hyper humping dogs. But the flask is just down here to get an extra flask. Slaughter these dogs. See what I mean? Like there's 5 of them. No rest for the wicked. Now, I don't know if you can tell in the distance there, but there's McDuff's bonfire. So it looks like I've come into a full circle as of from now and a couple videos ago. Yep, just a big empty field now. Now that I've killed all the animals. think this is some pretty cool loot. An alluring skull? I think that just distracts the enemies. It's not too useful. I mean, it's okay. Nothing to cry home about saying that you got it. Let's go make that new bonfire our active one. The reason we couldn't get back here is because of this gate that's guarded by these 2 dogs. Now let's slaughter these puppies. Make them wish they were still alive, or dead, or whatever they are, undead. Make sure that they were, now they're dead. Let's upgrade this sword, if I can at least. Yeah, I can do it a few times. No, literally a few times. Should pack a bit of more of a punch. And because I don't want to waste my fragrant branch of yore, I don't want to go up those stairs and go and unlock like that. There's a statue there that you can unlock to open up the door to fight the Ruin Sentinels. So I'm just going to say screw it and go the other way. Which is this way. Kill all these guys. And you see that magic mist up there? That's another pursuer coming to kill me. So I have to avoid him, kill all these dogs. And yes, he still does pack a punch. And he has friends. So I'm just going to say screw him for now, kill this guy. And I think that's everyone, so let's just kill him. Shouldn't take as long as I did the first time. I don't know if it's just because I'm stronger or his health is lower, but I definitely packed more of a punch than last time. But yeah, same thing as in my pursuer boss battle there. You know, just roll to the left, and when he swings his shield, just try and roll back, or just walk back. And then just pop in a few swipes at his face. And by face, I mean, I don't know, probably his chest area, his right arm. Eventually, he'll probably just die of blood loss, or smoke loss, or whatever the frig he's doing. And he did not do that during the boss fight. I think that might be unique to the enemy version of himself. Looks like he gave me some Twinkling Titanite, which is good for like specific armor types. I'm not sure what type of specific armor types because I just haven't really ever experimented with them. Now we're into kind of a dark and dingy kind of area where I'm not the biggest fan of. But the enemies in this area really piss me off. Because they crouch all the time and explode just like that. Which really pisses me off. Cuts most of your health. And the worst part is when they blow up, it's not a suicide. Like, it's almost like they can blow up and then they can blow up again and blow up once more. Which, these guys frustrate me. I guess you could say most enemies in this game frustrate me. Which is probably why I love it. This game screws you until you love it. Which is probably what they're going for. And that door right there is in the previous video. Is I believe when you first talk to Lucatiel, you open up a chest and that key is in there. So in order to go the shortcut way, you kind of have to go through that pursuer boss area and sit on that bird's nest and come back here through that area and unlock McDuff early on. But anyways, I'm not screwing off in there. So I'm just gonna let them come out and kill me like a man. There we go. Mono y mono. Must roll through every barrel I can find. That's in my way at least. Man, why even try? Just pull out your sword. Now, it's really dark in here. And it doesn't look like I have any Pharaoh's Lockstones. Which I imagine would light the place up maybe. Probably unlock an important area, but I just don't have one, so can't show you guys. Another one of those ninja guys from like Assassin's Creed or whatever. With the fluted beaks. So I'm just gonna waste a flame butterfly here, wherever they are. There it is. So I can see something. And this place is loaded with chests, which is awesome. What do we got here? Twin blade. That could be good. What's in option number 2? Parrying dagger. That's probably pretty sweet. Probably more useful than the twin blade, but what's in here? Bone staff. That's obviously for magicians, and we don't believe in magic in Dark Souls, as anyone would tell you. And what's in this one? Wilted dust curb. I have absolutely no idea what that could do. It's not even worth my time to check the inventory. So what's going up here? I believe this takes you back to where that guy with the barrel that unlocks Macduff's area. And we don't want to go down there because we don't have a need to go back there. That's where the fragrant branch guy is that we don't care to unlock right now. So yeah, that's what that was. So I'm just going to go back and go back where that chest room was and go down an elevator. Man, that's the strongest barrels I've ever seen in my life. Now this kind of just creeps me out. Like, you actually get in the position to go up it. It's like you assume the position of Cage. Kind of freaky. But what's this loot over here? Skeptic Spice. Alright, so after that elevator, we got a bunch of these exploding psychopaths, whatever they're called here. And yeah, that gate right there will take you to the next boss area called Sinner's Rise, which is where you need to go. But if you go up those stairs there's a guy named Strayed, and you can buy weapons using boss souls, which is awesome. And I am definitely going to do that immediately after you kill 5 or so of these guys, exploding guys. They seem pretty docile, which not bad. I don't mind. But yeah, the boss weapon I'm aiming for is the arc sword, mainly because it just looks cool. It's a big arc sword, two-handed sword, kind of like a scimitar in a sense. And you got to use a fragrant branch on them. So I think I have 2 fragrant branches, one for him and one for Shaded Woods later on. And I'll get to that later. But yeah, talk to him. Get whatever weapon you want. I mean, some of the boss souls you can't use here. There's another person later on, a giant bird lady. But Straight's good enough for now. I mean, he's got some good rings and magic. But like I said, Dark Souls, magic, don't mix. So I'm going to get that arc sword, level up my character probably, and continue on from there. But that's probably going to be in the next episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.